Being a good person. Now, I never really thought much about, quote, being a good person. It was just not even on my agenda of things because that is like the norm to me. Okay, it's kind of like you don't think about brushing your teeth. You've been doing it ever since you were old enough to do it. So you get up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you use mouthwash, you get dressed and put lotion on, and some people put makeup on and do their hair, and you go out and you greet the world. It is standard, expected, automatic. It's part of life. So the idea that is sometimes posted on social media or in podcasts that being a good man or even being a good woman is supposed to land you a relationship. When I first heard that, I kind of thought it was like the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard. Because in my mind, everyone should be a good person. That means if that's the standard for being in a relationship, nobody should be single. Because no one should set out to be a bad person. No one should set out to manipulate, lie, and cheat and abuse and cause others to suffer. You should have a moral compass that leads you to treat others the way that you should be treated. And therefore, if I'm expecting everyone to have that moral compass, then being good is the default. It's not the exception. And it doesn't deserve a prize. It's just the way human beings are supposed to act. It's kind of, in my mind, the same thing as someone saying, I'm not a criminal, so you should be with me. You're not supposed to be a criminal. You're supposed to be a law-abiding citizen. So this idea that being good is noteworthy, praiseworthy, and relationship worthy is so skewed to me. It is absolutely bonkers to me. Because to me, it means that that person comes from a mindset where the majority of people are not good people, and being good is the exception to the rule, not the rule. And I just wasn't raised that way. So the first times that I saw this, it was like, what in the world are they talking about? And it actually kind of became a red flag to me when someone would say, I'm a good man and I don't have a woman. And if you have to announce it, does that mean that you, again, think that being good is some kind of anomaly? And are you going to take off that strange to you behavior as soon as something happens you don't like and you're going to show a different side? So it became almost a red flag to me when men would boast, I'm a good man. Because it, again, going back to the analogy I started with, it was as strange to me as him saying, I brush my teeth. Why would you tell me that? That should be just a part of your behavior. It should be a standard that you have. It should be your lifestyle. So you shouldn't have to draw attention to it at all. And I think that we've gotten away from the idea that being a mature human being means being decent to others, being a person of character. When I was growing up, one of the ideas that I was raised with was that a 2-year-old will often be selfish and not understand that their behavior is harmful or hurtful. But as you're growing and learning, you learn what behaviors hurt other people. You learn what behaviors are unacceptable. And so you begin to adapt and learn how to function in a family, in a relationship, in a society. And that is part of what growing up is. So if you've become an adult, you should have the skills to treat others the way they should be treated, respectfully, courteously, helpfully, and so on and so forth, right? That is a sign that you have matured beyond a very self-centered, selfish, egotistical 2-year-old mentality when you think the world revolves around you and you're going to throw a tantrum every time you don't get what you want. So again, the fact that people think that this should be applauded, this was the expectation of, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, a preteen, that you're going to be, quote, good. So why would an adult be, rewarded for that? It should be something that they've been doing since they were very young and very small, before they even had any responsibilities. And as they grew and took on more responsibilities, they should have developed more skills to be, quote, a good person. They should have learned how to control their emotions in a variety of situations, control their behavior in a variety of situations, not act out in a variety of situations. So every year that they lived should have given them more relationship skills, more self-control, more discipline than they had at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, when they still were supposed to be good. So it just is a very strange thought process to me. Being a good person. Now, I never really thought much about, quote, being a good person. It was just not even on my agenda of things, because that is like